I didn't realize that I'd be leaving my heart behind, right here at the Taj Gorbandh Palace, Jaisalmer. I was so smitten by the charm and the beauty of the hotel that I decided to throw away all my sightseeing plans and spend the entire day exploring the Taj Gorbandh Jaisalmer. As you enter the room, you very soon realize how gracefully and beautifully orchestrated every piece of interior was. The design team and the interiors team have honestly done a fantastic job at this place. The jharoka on top of the bed was such an archaic and a beautifully well thought out design. There was a little balcony or a veranda outside the room, which I checked out much later. If you ask me, I felt I was in a spaceship in the middle of nowhere because once you're in Jaisalmer, you realize there are very few places that can provide you with services and facilities like this. Truth be told, this is one of those Taj branches that I felt paid attention to the tiniest detail and went a mile ahead to ensure that there was comfort all throughout the stay of the guests. Take my word for it and visit just to understand what I'm saying. There is an entire area within the premise of the hotel where you could plan a photo shoot with your family and loved ones. Now let's move to my next favorite part, which is the restaurant and the breakfast buffet. The breakfast buffet was not very elaborate, yet I could easily tell that everything was freshly made that very day. I'm an absolute sucker for chocolate donuts, and whenever I visit any hotel, I ensure that I do the donut test. This was one hotel where the donut was absolutely fresh and divine. I ended up literally taking two extra pieces away with me in the room. The service was on point. There was somebody who was dedicated to our table and who kept coming and checking whether we needed anything, whether we needed a refill, and that was so thoughtful. A pro tip for anybody visiting here would be to come a little earlier for breakfast because it gets quite busy during the latter half of the morning. This is a hotel that caters to a lot of researchers and people who are visiting India. So, if you want your little space, your little me time, your little quiet time in the morning, your cozy space at your choice of seat, do come a little earlier and enjoy the vibe and enjoy the peace and the silence. But if you're somebody who likes talking and meeting new people and seeing and being around crowd, then definitely come perhaps around 10ish to enjoy the high vibe of the restaurant. In terms of customer service, aesthetics, and comfort, this place gets a 5 star from me. There was absolutely no problem with hygiene and cleanliness either. I particularly loved the pastel artwork on the cloth done on top of the chair, as well as the tile work done within the room. Honestly, apart from the heat, which was a little too harsh that day, I felt there's nothing else that I could complain about. If you ask me, I ended up taking photographs of even the most mundane and the most common things like the chair. It was then time to check out. I so loved their coasters in the room that I did request somebody in the staff whether it was okay for me to take one back home as a souvenir. They refused, but that's okay because they gave me a little camel to take back home as a souvenir with me. And I honestly appreciated their effort. They actually packed it up and handed it to me so beautifully that they ensured that I didn't leave empty handed. There was a little souvenir shop nearby, and if you're looking to buy any silk sari, for example, that shop has some beautiful pieces out there on display. I had already shopped enough, but I did note down their number and I might just get in touch with them and order something online.
And that's it from my side.